Greg, at the end of last year, the New Saints sat comfortably in the league. However, 4 defeats on the bounce so far in 2024. It's not such a comfortable position as we look on. Have you been able to put your finger on anything in particular, anything major, or perhaps just small things, a red card, for example, injuries, that sort of thing?
No, I think we knew, just looking at the fixtures, once we finished in December, we knew that January was going to be a massive month for us. Obviously 3 massive games against Cardiff City, Swansea, Wrexham, as well as Barry. We knew it was going to be a massive month, which was going to, probably make or break the season. As it is, we're still in our own hands whether we make the top 4 or not. Obviously, with the final game on Sunday against Aberystwyth. But yeah, I mean, looking back, it's we started really well against Swansea University in the League Cup. Had a great result down there, 5-0, I think it was. And then obviously a heavy result against Cardiff City, 6-0 at home, which was it can happen against them. We've only got to be slightly off. They've got to have a very good game in front of goal, which they did on that day, and obviously the scoreline reflected that, so that can happen against teams like that. The big one for me, the big turning point, was obviously the Barry Town result game. Certain circumstances on the day obviously had a big part to play in that. Obviously the goalkeeper situation, and a young poor 16-year-old goalkeeper getting thrown in at the deep end, who's hasn't even played under 19 football really this year. So that was a massive turning point, and we've sort of struggled to recover from that. Obviously we've done really well against Wrexham, putting a really good performance. Like you mentioned there, the red card certainly influenced us, getting at least a point from that game, I think. And then Swansea, another off day, and against a very good team like that, you get punished and you get found out, and again probably deserved that 5-0 scoreline. So yeah, it's no getting away from the fact it's been a very tricky, difficult month for everyone. But we're looking forward to Sunday. We never do things the easy way. Once again, it's going to come down to the last game of the split. It's in our hands. This time 12 months ago, we had to win the last game by 4 goals, which we did against Aberystwyth. This week, we've only got to win the game. We got a great chance of doing it.
And still looking back, Greg, in the 4 defeats so far, conceded 17 goals, scored just the 3. Does either of those statistics cause concern?
No, not at all. Like I say, you look back at the certain circumstances, the goalkeeper situation has been far from ideal. Obviously, Ken's being out for so long. Ken's missed the last 3 games. She's back available Sunday, which is obviously big news, great news. We've been having under 19s goalkeepers in goal, and they've both done fantastic. Like I say, they've both been thrown in the deep end. Royce against Barry, Ellie Suckley come in and done fantastically well against Wrexham here. Had a brilliant game, hardly put a foot wrong. And then, against Swansea, just a couple little minor mistakes, but, the good teams punish you. So certainly the goalkeeper situation's been far from ideal. So that will make a big difference for us on Sunday. We've also got other players returning from long-term injury, which will help. There's certainly no cause for concern. The girls are fully aware of what's been going on. I think, we're all still very confident ahead of Sunday.
Last time out, Aberystwyth Town picked up an excellent point against Swansea City. That took them into 4th place. The New Saints obviously in 5th going into this game. But the big thing is, Greg, it's all in your own hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you want. We're not going into Sunday relying on other results and all that sort of stuff. We can just concentrate on ourselves. To be honest, I'd rather be in our position where, we know we have to win. Aberystwyth, they might get caught in 2 minds. Do we sit back and try and go for the draw? Do we come out and attack and try and win the game as normal? So, we're happy with the position we're in. Obviously, we'd have, loved to have had top 4 secured before heading into Sunday. But, I think the fact that we know what we've got to do, we've got to go there and put on a very good attacking display as well as defensively and outscore Aberystwyth. That's what we'll be trying to do. And like I said, going on recent form against Aberystwyth, we're certainly more than capable of doing it.
Well, head-to-head form is good. He does favour the New Saints. We've played them 6 times, and just that 1 defeat, that was 1-0 in the first season. So lots of confidence that you can take into this game, Greg.
Yeah, we've always scored lots of goals against them as well. I think in the cup game last time it was 2-2, 1 on penalties, but the previous 4 results against them, I think we'd scored at least 3 goals in each of those games. So yeah, I mean, we're fully confident. We know on our day that when we're playing well, we create lots of chances. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be going in there expecting to win. But that's not enough. We've got to make sure that we do things right on the day. And I know talking to the girls last night in training, got another session tonight. They're well up for it. The training standard was fantastic last night. The intensity and they certainly didn't need any motivating. They know what a massive game it is on Sunday, and they're looking forward to it.
And based on training, what you saw yesterday, and obviously to come this evening as well, have you got that starting 11 already in mind?
Yeah, it's pretty much nailed on. Just obviously, like I say, we've got another training session tonight, so we need to make sure that everyone comes through that all right. But yeah, certainly with the players that we've got back available, that starting 11 will be very, very strong. And I think when Aberystwyth see the team line up on Sunday, as long as it's the team that we want, then they'll be in for a shock. And fingers crossed we can do what we need to do.
And the game is being shown on live as well for those who can't actually get across to Park Avenue. So it's an ideal opportunity for the New Saints to show what they're capable of and what they can do against Aberystwyth.
Yeah, it's great. It's not just Sunday's game. Obviously, the game against Wrexham being streamed. Our cup semi-final against Wrexham has been announced as a live game on telly. So yeah, it's great that the girls are getting the opportunities that they are. The Wrexham game being streamed, and obviously the atmosphere certainly gave the girls a lift. Obviously, the fact that Sunday's game will be on live stream will certainly hopefully give them a boost as well as the cup semi-final. So yeah, it's great that they're getting these opportunities, and fingers crossed that we can get many more in the weeks to come.
And you mentioned about players coming back from injury. What is the selection availability like as you look ahead to the game?
Yeah, so unfortunately Ella Hartley picked up quite a nasty knee injury in the game against Swansea. It forced her off in the first half, so she's going to struggle to be available. But the good news is Chloe Shirley will be back available for selection for the first time since probably the first week of October, I think it was, when she got done her ankle ligaments against Connors Quay. So she's worked unbelievably hard with James Steer. James has done a brilliant job. Chloe's worked unbelievably hard every single session in terms of rehab to get herself right. She was probably all right for the Swansea game, to be fair, 2 weeks ago, but we knew get the one out of the way. Didn't have a game at the weekend, so it just gave her an extra 2 weeks to, make sure she was right for this game. So, she's looking very sharp, so she'll go straight back into the lineup on Sunday. And obviously, Ken's being back available in goal will make a massive difference as well.
And not being in action last weekend, did that help in some way in terms of preparation for the Aberystwyth game?
Yeah, it's obviously given us a lot more time to sort of concentrate on this game. As well as a few little knocks that were picked up in the Swansea game. It's on a heavy muddy pitch, so just having that extra week off as well has certainly given us a chance to be in as good a condition as possible.